Come on in, you guys. We're getting ready to start a brand new episode of my show called Jimmy Rants. JimmyRants.com is the website. If you're unfamiliar with the show, go check it out. We do start the show over on Instagram, so you got to go follow me there. I'm at Livin' Low Carb Man, LIVINLOWCARBMAN. Once you are there, engage live in the content, just like my friend Ricky just came in, and BB, Cariana, lots of people coming in right now to watch this show live. We do go live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. We also are at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on the weekends. Sometimes we'll throw in a 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and this week you guys have gotten two 5 p.m. ones. The one last night I was not planning on doing. If you missed it about KetoCon canceling their event and not giving a refund, be sure to go watch that. It's over there right now at JimmyRants.com. You can also go to YouTube, type in a keyword Jimmy Rants, you will find the show. So Livin' Low Carb Man, LIVINLOWCARBMAN. All right, so we are all holed up in our houses right now, aren't we? A whole bunch of us are told to stay home. I know here in South Carolina, we got the stay home order about night before last. And just about all over the country now, people are told just stay home. And so staying at home means you need to stock your pantry with things that can be consumed in the midst of this. Now, if you go out, you're going to get the essentials, things like heavy cream, things like Kerrygold butter. I bought this 3-pack of Kerrygold is available at Costco. What's interesting, Kerrygold, usually I can get this 3-pack for about $6.99 at Costco. And when I went in the other day to get this, because I like to cook my backyard chicken eggs in them, they raised the price. And of course people are like, oh my God, how can they raise the price in the midst of a crisis? I'm like, guys, it's called the power of demand and supply. So when the supply is low, but the demand is high on something like butter, they're gonna have to raise the price. That's how you control the system and able to get caught up with production. And so I did notice it went from $6.99 to $12.99 at Costco for the Kerrygold butter. It's not that way everywhere, but I know that's what they did. I did see that they had a huge stock of Kerrygold butter, so maybe they ran out and they just got stock in. But anyway, $12.99. I was a little bit shocked, but I did still buy 2 of these boxes of 3-pack. Because I do like to use it to cook my backyard chicken eggs in. I had 10 backyard chicken eggs today, cooked in Kerrygold butter, and then I had some cheese that I put in there, and I season it. I wanted to show you guys this. So this is a company called Select Savory Seasonings. They're not a sponsor or anything, but I did want to show you. I do enjoy using their seasoning, Select Savory Seasonings. And this one here is the bagel seasoning. It really goes well with eggs. And so I put that on top of the eggs, cooked in the Kerrygold butter, have the cheese in there, and it was a very delicious meal. And I don't know, did you grow up where you put ketchup on top of eggs? I know people kind of sometimes hear that and go, ugh, but I'm like, don't knock it till you try it. It's good stuff, yeah. So I do. I put ketchup on my eggs. Always have since I was a little kid. So, again, not a sponsor, but I do like to use this product. It's the Alterna Sweets. So they have this ketchup here. It's the classic tomato ketchup. And if you miss the taste of like real ketchup without all the sugar, Alterna Sweets is the one that I like to use. They also have a spicy ketchup, and they have a barbecue sauce that's really good as well. But I love this. I put that on top of my eggs. And so that's kind of a typical one meal that I have while I've been quarantined. Now, you guys that follow me on Instagram, you know that I love my ribeye steaks as well. So I do have those from time to time. I am running out of money in my budget to buy ribeyes anymore. So I'm trying to back off on so much relying on those expensive steaks. But there are some meal replacement things out there. And again, I wanted to tell you about a few of the products that I've been using during this COVID-19 quarantine. This is my keto survival recommendations. Most of these are not sponsors. This next one is a sponsor, so I will tell you that up front. but I think they're a fabulous company. So get some heavy cream or get some source of a fat, and then try these Keto Chow. They make like little individual packets that you can purchase, or you can get like the big Kahuna pack, and they have all kinds of flavors. I want to say they have like 30 different flavors now, and basically you get you like a little shaker bottle, and you put the fat in there. I prefer heavy cream. I have heard people using like avocado oil or MCT oil or kind of other things. I like heavy cream. So you put like a modicum of heavy cream in the bottom of the shaker bottle. Then you put 1 scoop of the powder in there, or one of these sample packets in there. Then on top of that, you put some water and then some crushed ice and the little ball in there to shake it up. I've got 2 of them that are setting in the refrigerator. So you shake it up and you just leave it in the fridge for like an hour or 2, and it gets nice and thick. You shake it some more and you drink it, and it's a nice meal replacement. I do love the Keto Chow company. Again, full disclosure, they are a sponsor. They support the work I do. But I only work with companies that I really, really like their products. So ketochow.xyz is their website if you want to look them up. Another company that has been a sponsor that I think in the midst of this, we don't need to neglect. Our skin health and some other things, our gut health, all get helped when you consume collagen. So here is the collagen peptides that I like from Further Foods. This is one of their newer products that is a chocolate flavored peptide. And this you can literally stir into anything that you want. It also has some reishi mushrooms, which are good for immune system as well. So you want to support your gut health, support your joints, skin, hair, nails, grass-fed, pasture-raised. Further Food is the name of this company, furtherfood.com. And this is a really good thing. If you're not using collagen and gelatin, and here's the thing that you can do with your kids. So get some like plain unflavored gelatin from Further Food. There's some other companies out there, Keto Vital, no, not Vital Protein, sorry, makes kind of an unsweetened gelatin. Get you some of that stuff, and then mix it with Keto Vitals. So this is an electrolyte supplement, Keto Vitals. And so this is in a powder form. It's a flavored powder. I think this one's mango. Yeah, mango. So they have mango and fruit punch, but flavored powders from Keto Vitals. I think it's ketovitals.com. And you mix the Keto Vitals with the gelatin in some water, kind of warm it up on the stovetop, and then pour it into little molds. And then you have these little gelatin things that you can pop in your mouth to make sure you're getting adequate electrolytes. Because you might not even be thinking about your electrolytes right now, because everybody's just kind of, but electrolytes will help calm your nerves, will help obviously keep you well taken care of when it comes to your salt, your potassium, your magnesium, keeping all those levels balanced, because when you're stressed, those things get out of kilter anyway. And so add in a little bit of electrolyte powder, and it can certainly help with that. All right, so those are things that I use on a regular basis, and I literally just got in the mail today a big package from one of my favorite companies, and it's a company that was started by my friend Mark Sisson. You might know Mark from Mark's Daily Apple, Primal Blueprint. He's been basically a god in the health space for many years, and I've known him for a long time. His cohort in crime with his company called Primal Kitchen is Elle Russ, and Elle is a great friend of mine, and Elle has been so kind to me to make sure that I stay stocked up. This is not a sponsor. Primal Kitchen's not a sponsor of mine, but they do make some really good products that I absolutely love and adore. So let's show you some of the products that I have from them. So this first one, if you do like steak, or even if you just like, if you like Miss A1, they make a steak sauce that is completely organic and sugar-free. I love this particular steak sauce. And you don't need a whole lot of it. That's the interesting thing. Like when I went keto, I found I didn't really miss A1. Just give me some butter. I could stick some Kerrygold butter right on top of a steak typically and get lots of satisfaction from that. But this steak sauce Really does taste very similar to A1. And again, you don't have to use very much of it because it's just so good. It's so tasty. You get like a little bit of the flavor on there. You can put it on hamburger, pretty much put it on anything you would put steak sauce on. Another one that I like is this teriyaki sauce. So if you take chicken and you want to make like a chicken teriyaki, it's a soy-free island teriyaki. And they make it with avocado oil. It's also a marinade. You could soak some chicken in it to make sure that you get flavor into that meat. They also have this other one that if you're into kind of barbecue, they have a Hawaiian styled barbecue sauce. Remember, this is all my favorites. These are the things that I love from Primal Kitchen the most and use very often myself. Now, if you're into barbecue, they do have a barbecue sauce that is to die for. It's a classic barbecue sauce. It's totally unsweetened. The interesting thing is a lot of these products that are in the keto space, they're putting like sweeteners in there. And Mark took the position of, a lot of us don't have that need for sweet anymore. And so because we don't have that craving for sweet, we don't need to be putting any sweeteners into these foods. And I tend to agree with him. I'm like, yeah, I would rather have no sweetener. And if I have to add a little bit of something for my own personal taste, at least it's empty of a sweetener. Now, what you'll find is, even though there's no sweetener, it's still plenty sweet. Another thing that people miss that I was really glad when they came out with this is Thousand Island. So they've got a Thousand Island made with avocado oil. You can use it as a dressing if you eat salads, but even like use it as secret sauce on a hamburger. You got kids that are going crazy and they want McDonald's. Well, make your own McDonald's at home, your own Big Mac at home without all the sugar that's in there and obviously without having the bun as well. All right, let's see what else we have. Oh, so those of you who do want to surprise your kids, they made special sauce specifically. So it's kind of a derivative of the Thousand Island. But this stuff, you guys, if you remember special sauce on a Big Mac, and it's a much healthier version of it. All right, so moving into maybe you're thinking of dinner ideas and you've just got chicken, you don't really have anything to put it with. I really love the Alfredo sauce. You see how you can take little sauces and things like this and it spruces up whatever meat that you have, even vegetables that you have. It could spruce those up so even the kids will get excited. Oh my gosh, we're having chicken Alfredo. And of course you don't need the pasta. The pasta, I've never understood why you have to have pasta to make chicken Alfredo. You just want the Alfredo sauce is what you're looking for. They also have a non-dairy garlic Alfredo sauce. If you like a little bit of, hi, how are you doing? Then they do have a garlic version of it as well. This is like Oprah, right? Like all of her favorite things. So the only thing is I don't have a little package under your seat for all of you guys to enjoy this, but definitely if you like the Primal Kitchen stuff, look up Primal Kitchen. A lot of these products are actually on store shelves now, so you can find them in your local grocery store, possibly, definitely Whole Foods, definitely online. I think it's primalkitchen.com, so check them out. Now, my absolute favorite product from Primal Kitchen, I'm about to show it to you. This is the one thing that if I could just keep a permanent supply on hand, I would always have this on hand for literally everything. Garlic aioli mayonnaise. Guys, if you've never had a really good quality aioli before, oh my gosh. Like, this is the one thing that I never want to run out of. In fact, when I did run out of it the last time, I'm like, I need some more garlic aioli. It's so good. And so get you some. It's definitely worth every single penny that you spend on it. Now, if you're not one into like fancy schmancy garlic aioli, they do have a regular mayonnaise as well. I do love this. Definitely good on hamburgers, pretty much anything you would put mayonnaise on. Again, the mayo from Primal Kitchen is really, really good. All right, I think I'm almost done. Mayonnaise. Oh, they sent me a crap load of mayonnaise. So, guys, those are some of the things, and obviously you supplement it with your own chicken and beef and whatever it is that you eat as far as your regular meats locally. And again, like the other day, I told you, try to support local farmers who might be discarding some perfectly good real whole food. Try to find those local farmers. Eatwild.com, just a reminder what that website is, to find local farmers around you. And you supplement those protein sources with some of these sauces and things. And if you choose to eat vegetables, finding the vegetables, growing your own vegetables. Ironically, this is the time of year when people plant a garden and have a vegetable garden. And so people are really getting serious about it this year, especially with the uncertainty about this COVID-19 thing. We might be in this for a few more months. And so wouldn't you want to have a harvest growing, right there in your yard somewhere? And people are like intimidated by gardening. I've been doing it for about 6 years now. You could get a pot, fill it up with potting soil, put seedling in there or even seeds in there. If you put a seedling in there, it does speed up the process of the growth. But the only bad thing is you have to go out there to like a Lowe's or a Home Depot or someplace like that to get the seedlings. So do what you can, try to survive. These are just some of the things that I like to use in my own day-to-day while we're all trying to survive. I think at the end of the day, that's all we're doing here. We're trying to see, okay, if I'm going to be tempted by all this crap that's out there, and there's a lot of temptation, I understand that. Arm yourself. Some of these things, maybe they're new ideas you had not heard of before. And this is by no means an exhaustive list. I could have gone on and I'm out of a lot of things. I love peely nuts as well. So if you need like a nut that's very high in fat, that would be satiating, that would be a really good product. I'm about to insult so many friends of mine that make great products. But just know, try to support these companies right now too. This is like an undercurrent thing that I don't think a lot of us are thinking about because we're only thinking about our own situation. But a lot of these companies, especially in the keto space, are small businesses, and they're relying on people still supporting them, even though it's a crisis time, still supporting them in order to survive. And you never know, at the end of all this, we might see some companies that folded because they just couldn't take the financial pressure. People stopped buying. So if you like a product in the keto space and you think a company like the ones I featured here today, if you think a company is doing a great job, by all means, speak up with your dollars. Because if you don't be surprised if they disappear at the end of all this. And I think a lot of people will be upset if they lose their favorite product simply because we neglected to take care of those people when they needed us the most. All right, I want to hear your recommendations. And again, a couple of these were my sponsors, but I want to hear anybody, what are you using in your day-to-day during this COVID-19 quarantine time? Tell us your keto survival recommendations. There's no limits, nothing is off limits. Just talk about what it is that you are using, what you like to use, what's helping you get through this really tough time. All right, I'm going to go over to Instagram Live first. We'll come over to Facebook Live if we have time. Just reminding you over on Living La Vida Low Carb Facebook page, I see you there. Thanks for being there, but I don't see any comments, so I will read your comments when we're done here today. All right, welcome in. JimmyRants.com is a website, you guys. Bulletin 2018, supply and demand by hoarding. Yeah, she's talking about the Kerrygold butter. Yeah, a lot of people did hoard early, but now Costco and Sam's, I know, on a lot of these kind of essential things, they don't let you get more than a certain number. I think on the Kerrygold butter, they limited you to 2, so I got 2. I know with the meats, the same thing. When I have been buying ribeye steaks, you can buy no more than 3 packages, I think it was. And then, like bottled water. I have a little water machine over here that lets you get 1 per day. So they were not ready to try to limit people's demand. And so that did wipe out the supply. Cariana says, Mom and I put mustard on our scrambled eggs. Yeah, mustard works as well. And mustard is very keto as it is. So love, love, love that suggestion. Heather Coohan says ribeyes are hard to find. My freezer stash is running low. Yeah, when I went to Sam's Club about 3 or 4 days ago, I went in there specifically looking for ribeyes, Heather. They had some, but they had the kind that were really thick and big. So you only had like 2 or 3 of them in the package. I'm used to getting the more thinly cut. They're about that cut size instead of that cut size. And they usually give you about 5 or 6 in that package. Same weight as the 2 or 3, but cut into smaller. They did not have that cut available. And so I didn't buy any. Plus I'm running out of money, so. Mama Orr's Keto Chow is so good. I tried a sample. Yeah, guys, this stuff is awesome. And this particular flavor, orange cream, is pretty awesome. They do have one. Here's a little secret. If you've never had Keto Chow, again, ketochow.xyz. If you've never had Keto Chow before, get raspberry cheesecake, okay? That one has a different sweetener in it than all the other ones. And drink the raspberry cheesecake one first. In and of itself, it's very delicious. But when you have that one first and then you taste something else after it, you're in for a surprise. How's that for a tease to tell you? So I always keep raspberry cheesecake on hand to get this effect that I'm telling you about. I'm just going to leave it right there and see if you can figure out. But everybody's going to go get some raspberry cheesecake Keto Chow and then eat something moderately sweet after you have the raspberry cheesecake one. Or drink a little bit of another, like maybe have the orange dreamsicle after, orange cream after having that one. You'll see. KC survival kits, exactly, yes. Oh, Debbie says, I love Primal Kitchen, ketchup, steak sauce, salad dressings, all yummy. Yeah, they do a really good job, and I know Mark Sisson, and I have known him for a long time. In fact, he and I used to talk quite a bit many years ago. He's gotten really big in business now, so he doesn't have as much time for Jimmy Moore anymore. I'm just kidding. Love you, Mark. But we do stay in touch, and you know, he's done a really good job of trying to influence our culture. And I think what he's done creating these products that are now on supermarket store shelves. Like forever, we always lamented that there was such crap products on the shelves that you couldn't find a mayo that didn't have soybean or cottonseed oil in it. And now you can. He made that happen. We should be applauding people like that who had the foresight to say there is a demand for this, full well knowing you have to charge more when you use avocado oil instead of soybean oil, and yet they put it out there, and guess what? People buy it anyway. So kudos to him. I love today's topic. Thank you. I always try to bring something that's a little bit different to the table, so thanks for watching. Kinda Go Girl says, I want you to know that your compassion for others is what is so severely lacking in the world. Thank you. I'm trying hard to put a calming, happy, positive face in the midst of this. It's just been a burden on my heart. I literally go to bed at night and try to get a good night's sleep because I feel like we're in a battle right now. And the battle is over the negative voices out there dominating how people are hearing the news and dominating how people are thinking. And if I can be a brief little respite from that, people come here to watch Jimmy Rants, here live on Instagram, here live simulcasting on Facebook Live, watching it over on YouTube. I'm trying to be different than everybody else. And there's nothing special about me. All I'm doing is just trying to be reasonable and helping people in the midst of this. So yes, I do have a compassionate heart for people. I'm literally trying to help other people with all the best of intentions. Can you imagine if every influential leader out here that had a platform decided to do that very thing? How could we change how we're all thinking about this? So thank you for noticing. I am working hard on that very specific thing. Cariana says the garlic aioli makes the best tuna salad. So yeah, get you a can of tuna, mix in some of the garlic aioli, and bada bing, bada boom. It's good stuff. I so wish we had Primal Kitchen in Sweden, but we don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that Mark was trying to get the products into Europe. There are different labeling laws in Europe, so it makes it a little more challenging. But as far as I know he was making plans of that, but I don't know if it went through before all this coronavirus stuff happened. Heather says their garlic aioli mayo is the bomb. I also love the ranch Caesar spicy and regular ketchup. They are awesome. Yeah, I've got a bunch of their other dressings already in my fridge. I don't go through dressings because, quite frankly, I don't eat vegetables, and so most of what I eat is animal-based foods, eating the carnivore diet. Fathead pizza dough, says JP Kashka. Yes, that is so good. And my buddy Tom Naughton, who did the movie Fathead. Everybody knows about Fathead pizza dough, but then you're like, who's Tom Naughton? Oh. Have you heard of Fathead the movie? Maybe. We need to thank Tom. And what was funny about that, Fathead pizza, he gets credit for it. They call it Fathead pizza because the recipe showed up on his blog. But Tom didn't write the blog post. His brother had taken over for him while he was away on vacation. While Tom was away, his brother took over his blog, and he said, hey guys, I know you're into this low carb thing. Here is a recipe for a pizza dough so you can make a homemade pizza. And so people took that recipe and went, oh, it's from the Fathead blog, so Fathead pizza. And so that's how Fathead pizza happened. I remember talking to Tom about that, and he's like, yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere. All these people, Fathead pizza, and he's like, I didn't create that recipe. But he gets credit for it with his blog name. Butcher Box, somebody's saying. Yes, Butcher Box is great. There's a lot of great companies. U.S. Wellness Meats is out there as well. I'm going to, again, insult so many people. But look them up. But definitely support your local farmers first if you can. Heather says canned fish, tuna, salmon, sardines, and mackerel, cod liver, palmini noodles, and kelp noodles, nuts, and nut butters. Yeah, I do like nut butters. The F-Bomb company has some great nut butters, but really, you can get Justin's almond butter. There's all kind of stuff. I got a few of those things up there. Again, I don't eat those as often anymore because I am more carnivore. Pickles and olives, Heather continues, yes. Kat says, I can't live without my hot hibiscus tea during the hot summer. The hotter, the better. Yeah. And I think we forget about kind of relaxation drinks as well. And no, I'm not talking about alcoholic drinks. It's so funny because people are like, you got any alcohol in your house? Because, man, you're doing a lot of drinking right now. I'm like, I actually have not had a single sip of alcohol. I've got some Fireball whiskey. That if things got really, really, really bad, like yesterday when I stubbed my pinky toe on my left foot, I so bad wanted to have some alcohol, but I resisted the urge, and I don't normally drink anyway, so I guess that makes it easier. Coastal Mom says Keto Brick. My kids love the Built bars as well. Both of those companies ship fast. Yeah, my friends Crystal and Robert from Keto Brick, definitely a great option. They're a little bit coffee flavored for me, and I don't like coffee. I get a real weird taste in my mouth with coffee, so they do put coffee in them. So I just kind of, but I do like in general the product, and I have eaten many a Keto Brick. So definitely go support them. I have not heard of Built bars, so thank you for that recommendation, Coastal Mom. Heather says, my husband is living off of Wisps. So yeah, I do love the Wisps. Those are in stores. I think I see them at Costco. You can get a big bag. It's like a bag like this one that is just full of Wisps. So it's just basically Parmesan cheese crisps. That's it. And they're really good. Protein puffs as well for snacking while he's working at home. Good recommendations. JP Kashka says the Snickerdoodle flavor from Keto Chow is yummy. Yeah, they've got so many great flavors. You're going to find something you like. I personally like the eggnog because it always reminds me of the holidays, and it gets real thick just like eggnog. Mama Ors, I need to order some of those Primal Kitchen products. Yeah, these products are awesome, and like I said, I use them in my own life. I'm not just telling you about products, and again, I'm not sponsored by them at all, but they are making really fantastic products that I think people could stand to benefit from right now. So Sweetly Broken, it's at grocery outlets for super cheap. Excellent. Peacock Tanya, I love all your talks. You say it like it is. Girl, I don't know how to be any other way. When I did my rant last night about the KetoCon fiasco and the big controversy in the keto community over them not refunding people their money, I love the KetoCon people, but I also love all the people that are upset that they couldn't get a refund. So I come on here and I'm just being a voice of reason, saying, what does common sense say is the right thing to do? And I haven't heard anything from either side, so that could be both good or bad. Maybe they're both pissed off at me, and maybe they're both okay. That was cool. I don't care. I'm gonna always be me. I have no vested interest in anything except for sharing the truth. So again, thank you for pointing that out. Keto Simple. My staples are mustard mixed with garlic, chili sauce, and sardines. All that at the same time. To each his own. CM Clement says hard-boiled eggs, pickles, and wisps. Again, all at the same time. Hard-boiled egg, pickles, and okay. Wow, my stomach is turning just thinking about some of these things you guys are eating. So Sweetly Broken, I've never drank before either. All right, so thank you, Instagram. I'm going to set you to the side here for just a moment. Come over here to my buddies over on my Facebook page. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome in, welcome in. Want to see what are you eating? What is your kind of keto survival recommendations right now when it comes to your food? Nate says, Norma says, excuse me, should have iced it immediately. CBD will help it and wrap it. She's talking about my toe being swollen. It's good. It feels so much better today than it did yesterday. Nate did say that he does like the select savory seasonings in eggs as well. So literally they have over 100 different kind of flavors. And they have all kinds of things. The one I really like, they have a ranch seasoning. So a lot of ranch dressings, if you don't get the one from Primal Nutrition, a lot of ranch dressings have soybean oil in them. So you could mix with some, say, sour cream or some other source of fat, some of the ranch seasoning, or you could just shake it right on top of the eggs, for example. I've done that. And the ranch one, I would stock up on the select savory seasonings, ranch seasoning, before I would anything else. It's so good. Nate says I get Costco to cut my own ribeyes. Still too expensive to eat all the time. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm running into right now. Maria says that garlic aioli sounds so good. We'll have to try it. I trust your taste buds and nutritional value. Yeah, I have used their garlic aioli for years, ever since they created it. And it literally has been my go-to kind of sauce with pretty much any meat that I have. Norma says I just melted down 2 peanut butter keto bricks and made some fat bombs. So yeah, a lot of people are doing that right now as well. Maria says Butcher Box is my favorite. I get to pick my delivery date. Their customer service is over, above, and beyond the expected, and I love them. Yeah, they've been out there for a bit, and they're actually running ads on national radio. I think I heard them on my sports radio station. I listen to ESPN radio quite a bit, and the Dan Le Batard show with Stu Gatz, I heard them do a read about 2 months ago about Butcher Box, and I was like, whoa, they're hitting the big time now. Mark says I use a pressure cooker to make a huge pot of bone broth. So bone broth is a great idea at this time. Definitely promotes good gut health, which improves your immunity. Mark also says liver, bacon, and eggs. I'm there with you on bacon and eggs. The liver, I do take freeze-dried liver pills. It's liver and heart and brain kind of all freeze-dried in a little pill form, and so I do take those, but I can't quite make myself eat liver. Country Archer beef sticks are my go-to snack, says Jeannie. I have not heard of them before. Thank you for that. Chris says brisket, eggs, and canned salmon. All at the same time, Chris? Ugh. Just kidding. Brisket is amazing. I am the brisket king. I would eat a mouth-watering, melt-in-your-mouth brisket all day, every day. I have backyard chickens, so I get all the eggs I need, and then canned salmon. That's good. Good stuff. Maria says Redmond's fasting drops in water every time. So Redmond's has fasting drops. I know the Keto Chow people have fasting drops, but I didn't know Redmond's made it. Now, speaking of Redmond's Real Salt, I do use it as well. I've run out, so I need to reorder some, but they are definitely another one that is one of my go-tos. Norma says Paleo Valley meat sticks and supplements. Yeah, so Paleo Valley is the freeze-dried organ meat supplement that I take, and I have had their meat sticks, and they are delicious, very juicy. I just happen to be out of them as well. So very good suggestions, you guys. Tara says, I'm back to making everything from scratch, like mayo. Primal Kitchen's mayo is super easy to recreate. I always make sure I have avocado oil on hand as a staple. So avocado oil, olive oil. I get a company called Fresh Pressed Olive Oil sends me some olive oil on occasion. So yeah, you're right. You can make all this stuff at home. Just get you a good little hand blender and know how to do it. Look it up online if you don't know how to make those with eggs. Maria says, I like your liver face. And Berkeley agrees with me. Liver. Bleh. All right, let's see if there's any final comments over here on Instagram. Thank you for being here. Janet also says, ugh to liver. Yes. Keto Simple says, do you like your food touching? I don't care if it touches per se. I'm not that anal retentive, but no, just keep it clean, keep it clean. So Sweetly Broken says, how about deviled eggs? Yeah, deviled eggs are a great thing right now to consume. Janet says, salads, chicken, soup, hamburger, steak, same as always. I got 2 freezers full of food. I'm hoping people that did not have a deep freezer before all this went down, that they now realize the value of having a deep freezer. I've got a big one on my front porch out there that I keep all kind of stuff in. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you, Rebel ice cream. So I've been using that as well. People are like, oh, I missed some ice cream. I need a little bit of comfort food. So I do get Rebel ice cream. As far as I know, it's not available widespread in all kinds of stores, but we do have Publix locally that sells it and has all the flavors. And then I think Kroger, we don't have a Kroger here, but I know Kroger carries the Rebel ice cream. It is a keto, low carb, high fat ice cream that's sold in pints, just like the Ben & Jerry's. And so Rebel has also been a godsend for me, and I keep it on hand as well. So Environ Medica has great probiotics and other products. Yeah, obviously supplements are a different thing than food. I think what I'm focusing on here is the food. Maria's like, oops, it is Keto Chow with the fasting drops. Yeah, fasting drops definitely is a Keto Chow product. So Sweetly Broken, Safeway has Rebel ice cream now. Yeah, it's starting to get out there a little more. It's a really good one. Just be careful not to over-consume it. Sometimes people get the gas effect because of the erythritol that they put in it, but it is a really good option for people who miss ice cream. Little trick though, 20 minutes before you want to eat it, 20 to 30 minutes, set it out on the counter, because it will be hard as a rock if you just pull it right out of the freezer and try to eat it. But if you stick it out on the counter for about 20 to 30 minutes, it gets perfectly soft, and then you can scoop it out and eat it. If you want a little extra treat with Rebel, you could get you some sugar-free like jelly or jam. I know Smucker's makes a sugar-free jam, and sometimes I'll scoop out some raspberry jam on top of like triple chocolate Rebel, and that is so good. All right, you guys. So hopefully these are some good tips straight from my mouth of what I actually use in my own house. Even if there was not a COVID-19 quarantine, I would have these things on hand. These would be kind of my go-tos to eat anyway. But all the more reason right now that we need keto survival recommendations, because I know some of you are being tempted to go off plan. Some of you are tempted to go to the store, buy some cheap food, and just kind of wallow in your pity. You don't have to do that. There's plenty of ways to indulge and still stay pretty darn keto. Debbie says Wegmans has Primal Kitchen, Enlightened, and Rebel ice cream. Yeah, Enlightened now has a keto line. That's right. Thank you for that. Kitty Caddick, egg yolks and heavy cream is the best ice cream. Yeah, you can do that as well. Lily's chocolate chips. Yeah, I love Lily's. They're another great company. I happen to be out of their products, so sweetly broken. Thank you for that. Peanut butter with ice cream. Kat says, look up Maria Emmerich's recipe for making ice cream. Yeah, there's a lot of recipes. But I'm even sensitive to the fact that some people don't want to go through that. They just need comfort food now. So having these products that are available is certainly a good idea. But yeah, if you can make them on your own, you get the double benefit of cooking in the kitchen and the relaxation that comes from that, plus eating a quality food that you made. That's it for this episode of Jimmy Rants. JimmyRants.com is the website. As always, go follow me. I'm over on Instagram at Livin' Low Carb Man, LIVINLOWCARBMAN. Somebody yesterday on Facebook said, I don't know how to get on the Instagram. And I'm like, it's called downloading the Instagram app on your phone or device and then making an account and then following at Livin' Low Carb Man. Why is this hard? Like, I didn't understand that. But anyway, to each his own. So once you're there, you can follow me, and I do regular stories on my storyline. I do regular posts on my main page, and then I do Instagram Live, 11 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and sometimes I do 5 p.m. Eastern time as a bonus Jimmy Rants during the week. So go check me out there. If you missed any of the past episodes, you can go over to JimmyRants.com and see all of them there. We also throw them up on YouTube. Again, thank you to all my YouTube followers for watching. Really appreciate you being here watching Jimmy Rants. Type in a keyword, Jimmy Rants, on YouTube. You will find the show. So guys, that's it for now. We'll be back again real soon. Bye.